Okay, go ahead.
Where do you learn about engines?
Where did I learn engines? I learned about diesel mechanics through Ocean Classroom. And I worked some mechanical. I had some mechanical background, a little bit of diesel mechanics before this, but not much.
And how long it took you to learn?
I'm still learning, so it's a learning process every day.
And so you drive the small boat again too?
I drive the small boat.
And we're going to need people to catch documents.
Okay.
So bring like a couple people with you.
A couple of students.
Yeah, maybe like,
Maybe we'll
bring like Kate and a student.
Kate and a student. Okay.
How do you begin to get on the Spirit of Massachusetts?
How?
How do you get to get on the Spirit?
I was working on a day sailing schooner up in Maine a couple of years ago, and I was just looking and applying to a bunch of different boats.
Yeah.
And I knew a captain of the Harvey Gamage. He actually captained the Letty G back in 2003, and he referred me to Ocean Classroom. So and I've been here for the last 2 years.
And where have you been on the Spirit of Massachusetts?
Excuse me?
Where have you been on the Spirit?
Where have I been? I've been as far north as my home, Mount Desert Island, Maine, and then as far south as St. Lucia in the Caribbean.
Have you thought of being something else than the engineer man?
Yeah, I have finished carpentry experience. I worked for Hinckley Yachts for 3 years doing finished carpentry.
Yeah.
I'd like to get more into the bosunry end, so a little experience in that. But
And which boat do you prefer? Sailboat, a ship, or a small boat?
Sailboat. So
Sailboat?
Traditionally rigged sailboat.
Yeah. Which one's the hardest thing on the engine to learn?
The hardest thing, probably the battery systems, the charging systems.
Yeah.
Electrical. I probably want to learn a little more on.
And which one has been the hardest engine you've seen? Like to change the oil, or?
Well, they're all pretty similar.
They're all pretty. Okay.
Yeah, I can't really say. I mean, there was a bigger engine that took a lot more oil, 10 gallons of oil. So I guess that would be it.
And last question: what was the hardest thing? What is the hardest thing of being an engineer?
The hardest thing of being an engineer, it was probably during program when we had one of our small boat engines die, a battery blower motor on the stove quit on us, and that was tough that week. And then when we got hydrolocked a couple times where we took water in the main engine and we were 300 miles offshore. And we had to take apart the injectors and get the water out of the cylinders.
That's crazy.
Pretty exhausting couple days.
And that was the last question.
Good, thank you.
All right.